Hello, welcome back to the Barrett channel today for a brand new video with myself, Ollie. I do apologise, I'm in a very loud area of construction right now, so hopefully you can hear me all right. You can't really get away from that in most parts of Shenzhen. I just took a bike ride to my dad's to pick up the harness, the chest harness, because I was planning on doing this video biking around, but it looks like that's gone walkabout, so you've got my face today. Hopefully you're not fed up of it. It seems like people enjoy just like being able to see the surroundings. Like the double camera angle is being quite popular over the videos in the past few months. So, but I really enjoy going out on the bike. It's one of my favourite things to do. Just little nice thing to do throughout the day. Get out on a little bike ride. It's looking a little stormy right now as well, so hopefully it's not going to rain down on me. Anyway. I don't really know what the title of this video is going to be until I've kind of explored it, because I like to do these videos not sort of writing down specific points that I want to cover. I like to kind of explore it, critically think about it in my head as I'm walking around. I think it makes it more genuine as well. I see that I think they get sort of more positive feedback in a way when I do it in this way. So what's it going to be about? So this is something that I've been thinking about briefly, sort of more as we've been traveling a little bit to rural areas. I was thinking about this a lot last year when I traveled to Vietnam. And this is about like the quality of life between living in a city like this, full of innovation and just, you know, wealth, and you know, like everyone's got what they need, everyone can buy extra things. Obviously not everyone, I apologise, of course there's a lot of people out there who are working seriously hard and they're not able to buy the things that they want, but for ease of purpose, Shenzhen is a city with a lot of wealth, and I was comparing this in my head to like the quality of life in places like the poor areas of Vietnam, for example. When I went over there, the thing that really struck this thought in my mind was I was seeing children running around, jumping in puddles. These were children that are like, their family are just behind them in a, you know, corrugated metal restaurant, which is where they also live. And they're obviously got very basic things to live with. You know, they have food, they have shelter, they have water. But other than that, look, they've got very basic equipment and they live as a family business all together. You know, you see a lot of that in China as well. And these kids were having a whale of a time. They were just having so much fun. You know, these are the type of kids where you can give them like a cardboard box and they play with it for hours. This is in stark contrast to what you're seeing more and more now in the sort of more developed countries. You know, more and more children. I don't know why I'm using children as an example for now, but we'll go with it. More and more children are sort of devastated. They're bored at home at 8-9 years old because they haven't got, you know, the newest game on the Xbox. Or, hey, have a look at this. We've got some guys doing some military training. The boys. Yeah, so kids are like distraught because they can't get the newest pair of Air Max 90s, which are some trainers, or the newest game on the Xbox, or whatever it is that's just super expensive, and they're glued to screens at such a young age. And it's like I can't see that all of this innovation is actually increasing the quality of life in the sense of happiness. Yes, it's increasing the quality of life in terms of it's making things more convenient, more accessible. I'm just going to spin you around here, give you a look at the surroundings. This is a school here. Some police guys. I think I'm going to walk in this direction. Oh, sorry, boss. Yeah, where was I? I'm really good at losing my train of thought. So, I really don't see that all of this innovation is actually improving the quality of life when it comes to how happy people are. And I think that is actually the same with adults as well, which I'll go on to sort of give you my thoughts about. When it comes to adults, when you're living in a city like this, or I can sort of say from personal experience from being in the UK, you have a lot of overheads on your plate. You know, you've got a minimum amount of money that you need to make every month, or else you might get kicked out of your house. You're not going to be able to go out and, you know, enjoy some time with your friends. You're going to be left out of social things if you haven't got a few extra pennies to spend on going to Starbucks, going to a bar, whatever it may be. Obviously, the necessities are the main thing. Everywhere you live in a city like this, or particularly in the UK, you need quite a high minimum wage just to be able to live on. Whereas these people in these lesser developed countries, they are quite self-sufficient, and they might grow their own vegetables, they breed their own animals, and the only things they really need to go to shop for might be like cleaning equipment and animal feed and stuff like that. So their outgoings are very small, and I think in turn this is going to play a good part on their mindset, because their stress, the things they have to stress about are just, you know, very limited in terms of, like, they don't have to worry about the things like providing for your family. Look, I can already see some comments in my head. Like, granted, I've been very, very lucky growing up that I've had a nice place to live. My family have always provided me with food. I've had good schools to go to. But when it comes to like living a life of just being happy is what I'm really talking about. It's really hard to measure. You know, you can't really survey 100 people and ask them how happy they are. It's something that's subjective to every person, right? But I see the stress mounting on people in cities like this. Sometimes it's just so much that they're constantly chasing for more in terms of success with their business. They're constantly, especially in Chinese society, because there's a lot to do with face and money. So people are constantly in this revolving circle of chasing for more. They want promotion, they want to have their own business, they want to grow the scale of it. And in my opinion, the journey is the most important, and that's actually what's taking up most of your life, you know. I hear a lot of people, like, they say, and I think, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but I think kind of in Chinese culture is it works like really hard through when you're like 20 to 50, and then you can have an early retirement, and that's when you start to enjoy life. But I just can't get my head around that personally, because why would you want to have like 30 years of suffering something that you don't enjoy just to then be crippled and have arthritis and, you know, bad eyesight, and maybe you need a hip replacement or whatever, and then you can enjoy life? I don't see that at all. For me, it's the process, you know? So I don't really know what my point is for this. I feel like I need to wrap this up and give a sort of conclusion. I guess my conclusion is like, this isolation period has really made me kind of just critically think about this sort of stuff and what actually is making me happy. And what I'm doing is currently very fulfilling. This is something I would like to do in the future. And I just need to kind of relax and enjoy the process, because it can be very easy to get very sort of stressed out about it, think a lot about the numbers, get sort of competitive in my own mind with myself, and get into this sort of negative spiral where if kind of numbers start declining, then my mindset starts taking a toll on my mindset. But I just need to hit that reset button. And I think that isolation period a couple of months ago has really kind of helped with that. Yeah, I think that's everything for this video. There's most likely going to be something after when I press stop record that I wanted to mention, but I think that's everything I wanted to cover. Yeah, let me know what you think in the comments down below. What have you been thinking about during this isolation period? What have you been mulling over in your head? Because this is a time where people have really had time for themselves to just think about life in general, you know, think about where they're going, think about what they value and things like that. So anyway, that's going to be another Barrett video. We do appreciate all of your support. We are on the road to 100,000 subscribers now, which is just, I don't even know what to say about that. That's just mad. If you would like to support us, the links are down below in the description, as well as the social links. And yeah, like the video, share it, subscribe if you haven't already, and see you in the next one. Take care.